There are so many options when it comes to lenses. It's like the buffet at a wedding, a little bit overwhelming, but exciting. So today I'm breaking down how I choose what lenses depending on the moment, the scenario, because let's be real, the wrong lens and the wrong time can feel like showing up to a black tie event in Crocs. Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm here to show you how you can change your life with photography in the way that I changed mine. I'm going to talk about lens choices as it relates to each part of the wedding day. First up, getting ready. For this, I'm usually reaching for my 35mm or my 50mm. But let me tell you, sometimes those getting ready spaces are so tight, it's like playing Twister with your gear bag. I prefer the 50mm, but sometimes you just can't make that work and you got to use your 35. Why do I prefer my 50? Longer lenses are kinder to human faces. And on a wedding day, everyone wants to look snatched. Bridesmaids don't want to look at the photos later and go, why do I have 3 chins? So I do my best to deliver with the best lens choice. For flat lays, ring shots, detail shots, I bring out the big guns, my 135mm macro lens. This thing can practically see into another dimension, which is really great for sharp ring shots. So little tip for sharp ring shots, manual focus is really your best friend here. And if focusing feels impossible, aim for a prong on the ring. Okay, now let's move on to the first look. I love first looks. That moment when everyone is crying except me because I'm too busy making sure that those shots are chef's kiss. Here, I typically grab old trusty, my 85mm 1.4. That's my favorite lens. It's like my best friend. It always has my back. But sometimes I'll reach for my 70-200 because I want that real hang back kind of feeling. Or maybe the couple wants that. And it always makes me feel like a wedding ninja. So after the first look, we're moving into couples portraits. I usually shoot with 2 cameras, so I've got my 50 and my 85, my dream team. Lately, I've been using my 70-200 more for some reason. But honestly, that lens is so heavy, and most of the time I feel like it doesn't provide enough value to be worth the weight of it. I only use it in very specific situations, like when I see repeating patterns or there's a lot of space between the background and my couple, where I can get a lot of that creamy bokeh with a lot of compression that lens provides at 200mm. Next up, we got bridal party, wedding party, and family portraits. For those shots, it's got to be my 50mm. Why? Because it's closest to the human eye and it's way more flattering. Sometimes, again, in tight spaces with big groups, you got to break out that 35 or sometimes even the 24. But for me, that just is not the best aesthetic, and so I try to use my 50 when I can. And now we're moving on to the ceremony, really the reason we're all here. On my 2 cameras, I'll usually have my 24-70 and my 70-200 because that gives me the most versatility in a ceremony where I don't have a lot of control over things. However, in smaller venues, sometimes I can get away with my 35 and my 85. Next, moving on to reception entrances, toasts, and formal dances. For formal stuff like the entrances, toasts, I like to do my trusty 50 and 85mm combo. Those lenses I'm able to get down below 2 when it comes to my f-stop. So I'm able to let so much more light in, so that really helps when you're in a low light situation. And I try to avoid flash when I can, which is not always possible, but I just find it very distracting, except for when I'm on the dance floor. Gotta have flash on the dance floor. So I recently got a 16-35 f4.0, and let me tell you, I am obsessed with this lens. It really lets me get right in the middle of action without missing a beat. Like, I can get close to the conga line and the photos still look so amazing. Also, the lighting setup I've got going on right now with my OCF makes it even better. Also, I'm high-key obsessed with this little reception trick that I use with off-camera lighting and my settings so that I don't even have to catch focus. My favorite way to shoot reception is to have that thing at 16mm, pump my f-stop up to like 22, bring my shutter speed way down for some shutter drag, and my ISO around 1500. And then I don't even have to catch focus. I can literally just pop up really quickly and catch some really genuine moments without having to really catch focus on people moving around. It is my favorite way to shoot a reception. It's a lot of fun. If you want more detail in a video on that, let me know. Well, that's my lens lineup for wedding day. I hope that was helpful or at least a little bit entertaining. Let me know in the comments which one you think. Let me know what your favorite lenses are and what you use them for what situations. Do you have the same lens you use all the time, or do you have specialty lenses that you use for certain things? All right, we'll see you in the next video. Love you, bye.